If you tried to quit smoking and failed before, I'm being honest. It's not your fault. There's one single lie that all of us believe when we're smoking that holds us back from this habit. So I'm gonna share it with you so you could quit smoking so easily you couldn't even believe it to yourself. So let's begin. There's a common misconceptions. There's so many misconceptions, by the way. There's so many wrong understandings. But there's the main one. You have to be a disciplined person. You have to be a person who has willpower. So in this industry, all of us kind of know that preaching it, right? We don't need willpower, so on and so forth. But they even look like the ones they don't even believe to their message. They even look and act like the ones who quit smoking with willpower. If you really dig down deep how they able to quit smoking, it wasn't like mindset shit, so on and so forth. It was a method called exposure. Exposure means you just kind of stop smoking for 21 days, let's say. Even when you get cravings, you just like stand still. Nothing fancy. So you kind of need a little bit or more than a little bit of willpower for that. So most people trying to copy this strategy. Nothing fancy. Then most of them fail. Why? Because not every single person, and not even most of the person, could achieve this goal. It's so hard to obtain with willpower. Because imagine this is a bar, right? Or I'm just gonna like grab the water bottle. Imagine this is willpower. Each time you're trying to resist something, it goes like this. Oh, I was thirsty. So it kind of reduced itself, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean you shouldn't use your willpower, but you kind of have to use it consciously so you could train your willpower at the same time by using little by little. But that's a different story for a different time. And since so many more people believe the only thing that we need is willpower, we kind of have this false belief that if you don't have it, we're not going to quit. And what this creates is it kind of puts the responsibility out of you. So you kind of say, okay, I need willpower. I don't have it since I don't quit smoking. So you're going to look for the outer sources like you're doing right now by watching this video. Oh, please, someone save me, someone save me. You put the responsibility out of you. Why? Because you don't have the willpower technically. Lie it or not. This is what we're doing. This is what I did. Don't feel like I'm just like accusing you or just like saying bad words about you. No, I've been there for 10 years in this fucking smoking nightmare. I lost my years, bro. I'm sorry, but I lost a decade, not even a year. I kind of lost out of cuff, but it is what it is. And before I'm realizing this, I tried so many methods like cold turkey. You know, I remember a specific moment where I was getting mad cravings when I was playing basketball. Because I was an athlete at the same time. Why the hell I want to get into a great high school for a scholarship, for God's sakes? So even one day maybe I could go to MBA or something. And if I go to MBA, my life's going to be saved since I got born and raised in a second world country, which it used to be a first world country. That's a different story. I get in a good high school, but since I smoke so much to reduce my stress, I got lost. And since I wanted to drop smoking and play basketball at the same time, while I was coughing like a 60-year-old, I was getting mad cravings because I was thinking to myself, okay, I need the willpower, I need to resist. And once the thought gets, I was just resisting like crazy. Yeah, I'm not going to smoke. Yeah, I'm not going to do this, do that. But what I was doing is I was draining my willpower like crazy. Like it wasn't enough me playing basketball to pass the craving, which is totally fine. I was resisting with my thoughts. And at the end of the day, I was literally coming to my bed so deprived mentally. I didn't do anything at that day though. But I was deprived like crazy. Why? Because of the mental side of me. And of course, one day these thoughts left me. And I didn't understand how I achieved this because I was just like playing basketball, trying to keep myself busy, right? Like all of the other people. But I realized one thing. I kind of see the truth that I didn't need willpower. I kind of see the truth that, okay, The thing called cravings or this habit will pass anyway, like how I'm doing. And beyond the willpower, this is not paying bills, all right? Beyond the willpower, there's two things that I realize at the same time too. But let's handle the willpower side first. I start to gain the responsibility back in my life, and since I gain it, whether I have willpower or not, it didn't matter because I was the one who's in control. I started. I want to quit. I'm having these thoughts in my mind, so I can control my thoughts. I'm giving the power to my thoughts, so on and so forth. This is the whole story, right? You get it. So I realized, once I realized that, there's two things I want to tell to you. One, this is basically associations thing. Some of us think, I really like to draw this here, you know. Still with me? Because your life's gonna change. Okay. Some of us think some things are good, some of us think some things are bad. Let's say you want to record videos and you see recording videos are very bad thing because I want to be a good guy in this story. You're gonna be the bad guy. And you think recording videos are bad because you have to go public, you have to make your head before you make videos, you have to sacrifice your little bit of time, which is me talking for an hour here non-stop. And so you kind of associate this thing negatively. So you get triggered negatively. Once you see a camera, you're going to feel like, oh, I don't want to go hop onto it. I don't want to do it. It's too painful. Then you put into behavior by saying those words. Then you get rewarded even from a negative thing. Why? Because it achieved this habit cycle. Then your association kicks in. Since you think it's a negative thing, this whole cycle becomes a negative thing and pulls you away from the video recording. But I think positive here. Since I see a camera, okay, I'm gonna grab this mic, tell the fuck ups I did, and change people's lives. And especially smokers' lives in here. So I think it's a positive thing. I get triggered positive. Once I see any camera in front of me like this position, I can't help myself to talk with it. I love it. I fucking love it. I mean, you could see my energy from the camera being through. I'm talking to you directly. So, me talking to you directly puts in a behavior. Then I get rewarded once I finish this act. Then I enjoy my life because I helped one smoker to quit. Again, this is a really good thing to do. So my association becomes positive. And beyond the willpower, we kind of got hooked into smoking. Please listen to this carefully. We got hooked into smoking because of the associations we've been through. Of course, if you're thinking it's stress reducing and do the habit 1,000 times, you accidentally believe it's a stress reducing. Nothing fancy. So what we need to do, kill the association. Most people say identify triggers. Like, you know, even go and ask ChatGPT right now. Even if you ask, what should I do to quit smoking? He's going to say like, identify for triggers, do this, watch your behaviors, don't keep smoking packs around the house. I'm sorry, but this is the advice you're going to receive even from the professors. Which that means even professors who's look like educated about this topic is garbage. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. At least most of them. So, since none of them are going to preach the kill the association method, I'm going to preach the kill association method. So once you killed it, what left? Nothing. This thing can't be triggered, so you don't have to identify triggers. So you don't have to worry about, oh, should I keep a pack around my house? Bullshit, right? But if you only go with the willpower, soul willpower, like I drew here, you have to identify triggers. You have to throw every pack in your house. You have to control your thoughts. Every day feels like a warehouse job, which you have to put certain product into certain place. Nightmare. I know. But, yeah. It was a wild ride. I kind of have the flashbacks of me smoking 10 packs a day. One day. And here I am preaching this method, which I quit and helped to quit so many people. I'm so proud of this. This is the power of recording videos, by the way, just let you know. So, now you know the number one lie that held smokers back into this thing. And if you want to quit smoking 30 days or less, which I say so many lies with that, there's a link in the description. You should check it out. There's a mentorship for you. You're gonna love it because it's gonna change your life. This is I2, and take care, my friend.